missile. I think that was the missile. I think that was the missile. What is it? What was it doing over there? Loadout. Same as the previous loadout from the previous episode with one minor change. We have AGM 161s instead of the AGM 89s. I'm going to show you guys how to use anti-surface standoff missiles, mainly because I don't think we're going to be running it in any ships. So at least this way, I can show you guys how to use GPS course missiles. It'll be pretty useful. We're going to launch. So right now, we're looking at our radar. As you can see, we have orange targets showing up on our screen. We're actually going to set this as soy. If you want to not actually end up clicking this button up here, you can actually hold your throttle with your hand and use your left joystick to target soy, change soy. But for right now, we're actually going to use our right trigger, or right joystick to maneuver ourselves here, and then push down on the right joystick to soft lock them once. And once we put down our visor here, we're gonna end this, we're gonna put to my view. You can actually see him down there, highlighted in a box. Right now, he has no idea that we're actually targeting him. So, we're going to turn on master arm. So, we're gonna box 3 times 2 one more time. Boom, we got splash. So, as you can see here, we actually have 3 targets, but if you look very closely, it's gonna be kind of hard to actually pinpoint each of them. So we can actually switch to something called bore sight here and attach that to our head, and we can actually manually lock onto them. It immediately hard locks, so we don't actually have to do that, and we can switch to our Vulcan here and line that up, and boom. We just targeted that guy, so we're gonna lock onto you. Realize that you are doing some maneuvers here. So we're going to turn off G limiter and set our flaps to 1 so we can pull some hard G's here. And set our stuff afterburner and pull. Don't lie, you're not stalling. You got plenty of speed. Where did you go? Alright, I see you. So we can actually switch to our IRs here. Using head track, we can actually look at them and fire. Box 2 times 2. And we'll follow them, make sure they're tracking nicely. Switch back over to our Vulcan here, and splash, splash! 2 down and 2 shots. Very nice. Very quick little rundown there on how to use your IRs, Vulcans, and AIM-120s. So now we're actually going to go find some ground targets, and I'm going to teach you guys how to use AGM 161 and the AGM 65. Alrighty, so pull up the TGP display on the bottom row. It says TGP. We're going to pull that up and we're going to power this on. So, a couple quick tips here. Remember, you can use your left joystick while holding throttle to switch between soy. While holding your throttle, use your right joystick to pivot the camera and move it. Now, you can actually see on our HUD here, let me end this. You can actually see on our HUD here, you can see where our TGP is looking just by referencing that square with our screen. And if we want to, we can actually attach this to our head and zoom in here with the pushing up on the right joystick. Zoom in here, and it's going to be really super shaky. So we can push down on the right joystick to lock it, and manually zoom in a bit further to lock onto our target. Now, using the AGMs, we hold right trigger while holding throttle, click B on your right controller if you're on Oculus, and fire. Now we can switch targets that way as well. Do the same thing. Now, if we're using GPS guided missiles, we're actually gonna pull around here and watch on our TGP as they land. Splash times 2. We're gonna pull around here, get some distance on these guys. We need line of sight to use cruise missiles.
Over D, over D, over D, over D.
So as you guys just heard there, or maybe not, it was pretty quiet. as you pull too many G's, as we were pulling about 12 G's there, you can actually hear the wings start to creak.
Over G. Over G. Over.
Now, if you maintain 12 G's or go above 12 G's, you risk ripping off your wings. So, try not to do that. But we'll go back to soy here on our GP or TGP, and we're actually going to click GPS send. We're going to click that, and we're going to line ourselves up here.
Shoot.
And we're just going to highlight over that. And we're going to do the same to you. GPS send, and right trigger. It's a bit different from the AGMs, but you don't actually have to hold right trigger. And there we go, we just got a splash. But anyway, that's a quick rundown on how to use your weapon systems. Alrighty, so we're loaded up into a missile practice tutorial right now, just to show you guys some maneuvers you can do to dodge missiles. And while that's locking onto us, we are going to take a notch
Over G.
by pulling the DCS over to our right. Did I dodge the missile? I might have actually dodged that missile, so we're going to pivot back to fire and airs T, and we're going to completely trust that. Just in case, we're going to look at the missile. Alrighty, perfect. So, as soon as that missile were to touch right here, that's one way you can evade the missile, by locking an airs T onto the missile itself. So, we're going to preemptively notch this missile. We're being locked. And we're going to use our eyes to actually get ready to dodge this. So right now, we're going to pull some G's away from
Over G. Shaft. Over G.
shaft, and then pull some G's under it, and that's a proper way to dodge a missile. So that's the best method to dodge a missile, and honestly, that's the best way I've seen to dodge a missile. And as you can tell, notching a 90-degree from the missile is by far the best method. Properly utilizing your chaff is also a really, really important thing to do. It doesn't have much of an impact, but it still has an impact nonetheless. So to pull some G's away from the missile, and then pull some G's not over.
Over G.
I mean, that's a thing you could do. But I didn't mean to go over, I meant to go under the missile. But that's one way to do it. As long as you can outmaneuver the missile itself, you will be able to be okay.